Welcome to Everything Rodeo, where we separate champions from the rest of the crowd.
We'll take you down the trail of someone's life, a long-haul tour rodeo, and our everyday adventures.
So brace yourself.
Because it's fixing to be a wild ride.
We're your hosts,
Mace Renfrey
and Cody Stanley. Well, welcome to the crawl space. We got special guest with us, Mr. Jacob Wallace.
Thank you for having me.
Where's
That
the
one.
applause? Welcome to the show.
See, I'm not used to getting applause. Usually it's crickets. So
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
we
what
should
it
do a cricket sound on there.
yeah, it's
Is that
coming.
crickets?
It's coming.
I can't do a cricket sound.
Crickets are not my thing either, but usually I'm used to hearing them. You know, that's what the clowns are there for. They come in to save the day and tell the funny jokes and get everybody hooping and hollering. So, you know, this is what it
I
is.
think we need to hire Jacob to help us with our sound.
Yeah, you might have to help us out.
I can try.
He's got all kinds of little.
Little gadgets and little
yeah.
button pushers that's got the sounds. And
He actually has a computer that I think he had since I was in high school.
Dude, no, that one's retired. That one is retired, but I do have a couple of new ones, and yeah, they have a lot of stuff on them between songs and sound cues and
stickers.
yeah, a lot of stickers. It's like a walking billboard of stickers and
Can
people
you
that
can
I
you
represent.
close it?
You can close it, yeah.
Because there's so many stickers on it. I didn't know if
I
it
think
would
it's
actually
more
close.
It's more the dirt on it.
Oh.
Yeah. Of course, I try to keep.
You know
it
they
out,
make
keep it
these
clean,
things. It's like $2 at Walmart. It's called canned air.
I have those.
Or they make like keyboard, like plastic keyboard covers. I see them at like
I'm
hospitals.
just like
and
a
whatnot.
regular farmer, man. It's cheap. it ain't just. It's like, see, you say it's $2.
You
If
could
it
get
ain't $1.50, I'm out.
Get you a palpating glove.
Yeah, that would work,
Just
wouldn't it?
tape it over the keyboard.
Well, I do gotta take some cattle to get preg tomorrow. Maybe I'll steal one.
Steal
Not
one,
the one
say-
that's been used.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
Say, hey, can I have a new one of them? I need that for my computer.
He's not looking.
Yeah.
So
Well, let's kind of just tell us about yourself, where you got started, and how Jacob.
What you do? What
Yeah.
you do as a profession? Yeah.
What do you do for your profession?
Well, I guess you could say for my profession, I'm a professional rodeo announcer, bull riding announcer, music director. Recently kind of came into the music directing role in the last few years. Since COVID, honestly, is where that kind of adopted from. But it started probably when I was a little bitty kid. Of course, when I was 3 years old, 8 Seconds was the movie. I'm dating myself a little bit. So that came out in, 93, 94. So I was probably 3 or 4 years old when it first came out. Watched that movie, thought I was going to be a bull rider. Thought I was going to be at the NFR riding bulls just like Lane Frost. You know, that's what I wanted to do. I'd be out in the front yard playing in the dirt piles, you know, pretending to be a bull rider. Actually rode steers and calves a little bit when I was a kid.
You got a good air bull? Like, can you ride a good air bull?
I can ride, yeah. I can ride a
Can
good
you get
air
a
bull.
little example?
Not right now. No,
No?
not right now.
All right.
Maybe later.
No airable action.
No, I might get hurt.
Oh,
Yeah,
I don't want to pull a
Ain't no
hammer.
bullfighters here to save the day, you know.
That's true.
Yeah, Noah's was recorded a
Better
couple
save
months
that.
ago.
Of course,
so,
you know, us rodeo announcers, we're a little hefty, so
Yeah.
you know, now the bull might not be able to pack my weight around.
Gravity's a little bit more
Right.
tough on you guys.
Right, but so growing up and wanting to be a bull rider, and my dad, he started roping when I was 9 years old.
Yeah.
And I would go with him and strip the steers. You take the ropes off of them, unwrap them, drive them back and forth to the return alley. So I'm actually a first generation cowboy.
Okay.
First generation roping. Nobody else in my family ever rodeoed or roped until like my dad
Until
did.
your dad started.
Yeah, until my dad started.
So he started kind of later in his life then?
Yeah, he did. He started roping because I actually heard about the ropings going on at Farewell Arena, which is an arena right up the road from Green Forrest, Arkansas. I wanted to go and be around the ropers, and I enjoyed cattle and roping and rodeo. So he took me and got involved in it, bought him a horse, started heeling, and was pretty good. He qualified a lot of short rounds, never won a whole lot, but he roped good, roped solid and consistent. Bought me my first good roping horse when I was probably 12 as a Christmas present. That old bay horse. Actually, Cody, you might even remember that horse when we first met. Long time ago. Of course, that horse is dead and gone now.
Yeah, I remember the old bay.
Yeah. Won a breast collar off that horse, and then won a saddle the next year, and then won a buckle off that horse in 3 consecutive years at the Rope the Ozarks or whatever they were called back then.
Yeah, that was a good ropings back then.
They were very good ropings. So like I said, wanted to ride bulls, then started team roping. And I probably, after I graduated high school, me and a buddy of mine, we got a job working for a lady in Berryville. cleaning horse stalls, training horses, and just doing odds and ends. He was a bullfighter. His name's Chris Wiggins. He lives, I think, in Pottsville, Arkansas now. He drives trucks back and forth. But he was fighting bulls and whatnot, and I was attempting to ride bulls and still roping some like that. Well, we would just josh each other back and forth, and I would alter my voice and put rodeo things into how I wanted to say it, or we'd go to other events, and I would make fun of the announcer by copying him and putting into my own words, and he pushed me like, you need to be an announcer. You need to be an announcer. Of course, I was very timid about it. I was like, I'm not going to be very good.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm going to be very good at it. Well, lo and behold, I knew he was going to Russellville, Arkansas for a cowboy church. I don't remember the name of the cowboy church anymore, but they had some events, some just bull riding, bronc riding events. They weren't really big, but they were just kind of do something for the church. They contacted me, said, hey, Chris is our bullfighter. He said, you're wanting to become an announcer. I'm like, yeah, sure. I don't have a sound system. I got a laptop. Like, well, we got speakers here. It's not a big deal. Okay, so get to Russellville. We go in a day early because he asked me. He didn't really ask me. He told me, he's like, okay, can't play nothing vulgar, no cuss words, nothing like this. I had like 180 songs on the laptop at that time.
Like 3 of them didn't have a cuss word?
I got to play 15.
Okay.
So I had the national anthem covered, no problem.
Yeah, that one's clean.
And then I think I alternated. I played the same song probably 5 times. You know, had 5 or 10 different songs. I played 5 or 6 times.
Yeah.
So anyway, got through 3 of those events and was actually entered in a bull riding in Lead Hill, Arkansas, and was driving to the event from Berryville when Tommy Rand, of all people, called me. He was the producer of the event. He called me and said, hey, my announcer can't make it. He's sick or whatever the reason was. He said, hey, Chris said you're an announcer. I said, I'm not an announcer. I've only done 3 events.
Did you get paid for them 3 events?
No,
Okay,
they were all
so
volunteer
you're not
status.
you're not a professional then.
No, I'm volunteer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like the guy at the livestock auctions, or not livestock auction, but the shows at the county fairs. And just, I'll do it.
Yeah, sure.
You know, I was
Put my
that
name
guy.
in the hat.
I was that guy. So anyway, I'm going to the event, and he calls me and asks me if I'd be interested in announcing. I said, well, I just happen to have my laptop. This is before iPods or whatever was come out. Date myself again. We'd plug the laptop into the speakers of the truck and listen to the laptop. So so we had that going down the road. I said, okay, I just happen to have my laptop, but I don't have a sound system. He said, don't worry about it. Got it here. No problem. So I get there, I look at the sound system, and I'm like, what did I get myself into?
It's probably from like the 80s.
No, it wasn't too bad, but I had to wire it all in.
Oh.
Wasn't no plugs, no,
like left and right speakers.
Yeah, it wasn't no digital
Yeah.
speakers. It wasn't passive. Wasn't powered speakers. It was literally
So it wasn't from the 80s. It was
wire,
from the 90s.
Probably it was take a wire and wire it in the back of the speaker.
You bet.
So anyway,
So are you a electrician?
no, nowhere near a certified electrician. If anything, I probably zapped myself a few times more than anything. So anyway, get the sound system set up, check it, everything's fine. I feel comfortable with
Working
it.
good.
Tommy said, "It's like I'll pay you $100, and I'll
So
pay you."
now you are a professional.
Well, I'll get paid
First
at least.
paycheck,
Yeah,
yeah.
first paycheck.
Well, they say if anything that you get paid at, you're a professional.
I was not calling myself a professional because at this time I still wanted to ride bulls. So here's the other kicker. He said, "I'll pay you $100 and I'll pay your entry fees if you still want to get on."
Heck yeah.
So I get like I'm a nervous wreck. Nervous.
More nervous about announcing
Yes.
than you are riding the bull.
Yes. I'm like,
Wait. So you're announcing and riding?
Yeah, was going to. I'll get to that in just a second.
Okay.
So I'm a nervous wreck. I'm like, crap. Now I got to pray. I got to come up with a prayer. I got to come up with a speech for America to lead to the national anthem. Thank God they had a preacher there that was going to pray.
Okay,
Perfect.
that's covered. Check.
Yeah, check mark. Then I just literally after he was done praying, I said, well, thank you so and so. I can't remember his name. And now, folks, would you please take your right hand and place it across your heart for our national anthem? Didn't say no American speech, did nothing. Played the national anthem. I'm still a nervous wreck. Butterflies bigger than the state of Texas. Get through it. Start cranking up some AC/DC. We buck 5 or 6 bulls, and everything's going good, and I'm feeling really confident. Then I see my bull that I've got draw the first round. Of course, the second round bull, I knew him. He was Chinatown from Kevin Gross.
Oh, yeah.
Eventually, PBR bull, Chris Shivers rode him in Springfield. Like, I might not want to get on today. I don't feel like getting hurt. 'Cause I knew Chinatown was going to hurt me. I knew I could ride my first round bull, but I couldn't ride my second round bull. So anyway, they load him in the front. They buck the rest of the bulls, and they, gets time to me. And Tommy asked me, like, "Hey, you still want to get on?" I was like, "What if I get hurt?
Yeah.
Then we're out of announcer anyway. I think I'll just stay up here." He said, "No problem. I'll pay you a little extra." Perfect.
Now you're making more money.
Yeah.
Well, it was like $50. So $150 or whatever it was. Get through the event. Everything's great. Pay me my money. I helped tear down the speakers. I thought that was the right thing to do. I was like, that's kind of cool. I got paid to announce a rodeo or a bull riding.
Showed up and got paid.
Yeah, yeah. And then Tommy hired me for 5 or 6 more events that summer. Did those. Hooked up with another guy. His first name is Blaine from Mountain Home too. So then I'm working for Tommy and Blaine. Did 10 or 15 rodeos that next year. Of course, $100 a day or whatever it was, and getting started. Pretty cheap labor at the time. It's turned into a blossoming and amazing 14-year career.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So here's like the main question. It's like, what's the most embarrassing thing that you've said or done at a rodeo as an announcer?
Rock bottom chuck wagon races last year. I said hell on the microphone, loud. Yeah.
Loud and proud.
That's it.
That's the only most embarrassing thing that I can remember, other than doing.
Is everybody like?
No, it's a rock bottom chuck wagon races.
Rock bottom.
Yeah,
chuck
they're
wagon
drunk.
races.
They don't give a darn. So I was basically this guy just rode this bull for 89 points or whatever the score was. It was 89 or 90, whatever what the score was. On the bucking bull of the year, the ACRA, which is the American Cowboys Rodeo Association. For those that may not know that, the crowd just kind of golf clapped. I said, folks, we just rode a bull for 90 points. What the hell is wrong with y'all?
And everybody gave you the.
No, they started clapping.
They're like, oh, he's mad. We better clap.
Yeah, they went, woo, yeah. Wait a minute. I was like, yeah, cool. All right. Thanks, all.
Thanks. And then you kind of took your head and said, what did I do?
I did shut off my microphone and look back to the secretaries. I just said I cussed on the damn microphone. But the second, I guess it could be the first or whatever, but my birthday back in 2019, it had rained the night before on the Friday night perf. Mm-hmm. We got through the rodeo. Everything was great. Next night, sold out, crowd packed. I had bet the clown that if we sell the place out, that I will do a belly flop in the mud.
I think I was there.
For my birthday. I think you were there.
Yeah, I was there.
And I stroll out, and both my boots get sucked off in mud, but I jump in the biggest puddle right in front of the bucking chutes, and I am covered in mud. But I did it.
You did do it.
I did it.
Yeah, I was there as an eyewitness.
Yeah. So hey,
that.
we got an eyewitness.
Have you had a pretty embarrassing moment working rodeos or anything?
Yeah, probably at the PBR.
Yeah, let's hear this. I heard you almost got killed one time.
Yeah, at the PBR.
Well, I mean,
like a couple
not
months
like it
ago.
hasn't happened before, y'all, but
Yeah,
this time was very important.
yeah, it was.
Were you
it was
there?
Pretty good.
I wasn't there,
okay.
but
You just heard about
I
it.
heard rumors.
It went around the world like real fast.
I even
like I was
got a
getting
video of
I was getting text and like calls like
Really?
right after the.
This is when I was
out.
out. Is this the one that Brayton came and
Yeah,
shot? Okay.
Braden came and filmed because you was down at the Bulls, Bands, and Barrels.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
which is a fun place to be.
Yes, very fun.
Awesome.
So we was at the PBR in Lamar, Missouri, and so like I had my twist, of course, good, and my latch guy or my pool guy, like hooked his rope on the latch, and I didn't realize it. So like this bull, like kicks through the gate, and so he like backs up, and all I had was my twist, like I wasn't prepared for the latch to be open.
Yeah.
And he pulls the rope and the latch comes open. And I mean, this like, big old bull had kicked through the gate. So he already have pressure on it. And then he trips the latch and it just comes slamming open on me.
Oh, yeah.
And, of course, as the latch guy,
Been
guy, everybody blames you. But it really wasn't me. It was my pool guy. He had his, he hooked it wrong. But I guess it is on me because I should have seen where he hooked the pull rope. But this bull comes out, and I turn and take off running, and he is like right here on my butt. And Noah creps, and he's like, dude, I just saved your life.
Yeah.
And I'm like, nah, he wasn't even close to me. He's like, no, he was literally this far from your back
He's
end.
sniffing your pants, huh?
So I have a bullfighter story. I'm not proud of it, but we were at Green Forrest, Arkansas, hometown rodeo. I was not announcing this rodeo because I was still kind of green and learning. But I was the latch man on those old pipe bucking chutes that weighed 1,000,000 pounds. Anyway, so I knew this little bull's name was Mighty Mouse, and he was notorious for hooking people.
Yeah.
I mean, like, throw the latch open, you better go up or out as fast as you can because he'll be right there on you. Well, I threw the latch and went up. He went 2 jumps and come around the left. Bucked this kid off. Well, we hunted. Devin Davidson was the only bullfighter that night. I say I helped him, but
He says you didn't.
I don't know if he'll say I did or didn't, but the guy got lined out. Devin made his pass and picked the bull up, but then the bull come off Devin and started lining this guy out. Well, I stepped down and I holler, "Hey!" Didn't throw my hat, just about like that. This is what I look like. And this bull turns and looks at me, and I say, "Oh, S."
Oh,
yeah. And up the fence I went as fast as I could go. And it was just enough time for that guy to get up. So
Yeah.
that's my one bullfighter save.
you saved him.
I think.
Yeah.
In my mind, I did, but
We'll just keep it that you did save
yeah.
him.
Yeah. Well, it's on the world now, so whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Devin, if you ever hear this, I think I helped.
And if
You're
you
welcome,
didn't,
Devin, is what he's meaning to say.
yeah, and if you didn't, please comment.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Comments are always appreciated.
All right. My most embarrassing story in my career of filming rodeos. So it's Asylum Springs, and it's a barrel race, and it's like the first year that I was able to like actually go in the arena, or like
Yeah, and actually
snuck into the arena.
This year's rodeo?
Yeah. Was it this year?
No, it was like 2 years ago.
2 years ago?
Yeah.
I really didn't know what I was doing, honestly. Like I was like, okay, yeah, for the shot, I'm gonna get it.
You gotta do what you gotta do with the shot.
That's right. So I'm like, I'm set during the barrel race, and I'm set in front of like, they got the barrier, like the laser barrier. Is that the correct?
Yeah, the electronic
timeline.
eye, yeah.
Yeah. So
yeah, the way I say it is an electronic eye timer. So
Okay.
that's basically what it is.
yeah. So and then luckily they had other guys with like stopwatches and
Old school.
yeah, like
You gotta have
a
the backup timers.
just
Yeah.
in case. So anyways, nobody really even probably realized it except for like only the
timer
people that
and
saw
the
it.
announcer.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm in front of the I get the shot of the chick comes ripping out through like the alleyway, and I like swing, and she's fixing to go around the third barrel, and I try to sneak onto the other side to catch her going back into the alleyway, and I walked right in front of that and stopped the clock at
Oh,
like
Lordy. Yeah.
at like I don't know, it's probably like 10 seconds, you know.
World record.
as soon as I did that, like I went to go that way, and the guy's like, "Oh, wait," and I did it, and I was like, "Oh my gosh!" I just felt like the biggest idiot in the entire world.
Oh,
and nobody knew about it except that guy. And
Yeah,
you,
and so the whole time,
secretary.
dude, he pulls his phone out and starts texting somebody. I'm like, "Oh gosh, I'm about to get grounded."
let's.
Gonna have to go put
Yeah,
my
you probably
nose in
gotta
the corner.
find some. You probably gotta
I know,
find
I was
somewhere
like,
you
dude.
don't know about.
I'm like, I'm not gonna be invited next year, and they're not gonna let me back in the arena. But anyways, I walked up to the producer afterwards, like, "I'm super sorry." He's like, "What'd you do?" I was like, "Oh, nothing. I learned a lesson." He's like, "Well, as long as you learned a lesson." I was like,
See, when you change your facial features and your hairstyle, the people forget who you are.
Yeah.
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 Like if
That's
I
the
took
thing.
these glasses off right now and wore contacts, there's people I could walk by that knew me my whole life and
That
did not
wouldn't
know
even
who I am.
recognize you.
Exactly.
"Yeah."
Speaking of fines, how about them fines at the NFR?
That's ridiculous. And actually, I'm trying to buy my PRCA card, so I better not comment too much.
No,
They're gonna
comment.
fine you for
But I
that.
did not realize a sticker was worth $1,000.
I didn't either. Like,
didn't know that.
seriously, a little half-inch by half-inch
Yeah.
PRCA sticker.
And see, I didn't personally have a lot of dogs in the fight, but I was really hoping that Pope would win,
Mhm.
and he did. That's
Yeah.
awesome. I love Casey Field to death, but
Mhm.
you kind of want to see a changing of the guard, you know?
Yeah, I
and
mean,
then I gotta be
Casey's
honest, I'm
doing-
not a Stetson Wright fan. I love what he's doing for rodeo, and I love how he's setting all these records and making
Pretty
rodeo
cool to almost win
mainstream.
$1 million in a
'Cause-
year.
But is it-
Yes, but I don't know. He's just one of them guys I don't like. It's like I choose Rockersteiner over Stetson for some reason.
He probably beat you too many times with rock, paper, scissors or something.
Probably, honestly. But my Bulldogger friend, Will Loomis, I was really rooting for him. Of course,
Yeah.
he's now the new coach at Northwest Mississippi, one of the colleges that I work for, music directors for. So you kind of want him to win a world title, but still finishing reserve champ, reserve number 2 in the world.
Pretty
Not
good.
bad either.
Pretty
So.
good.
So you were in Vegas and you were announcing. What were you? You were there working.
Funny thing about Vegas, I was out there my second year announcing the Patriot team ropings and the Hooey Jr. Patriot qualifiers, which last year they were known as the Western Legacy Tour. This year they kind of took the name off of it, but still we had calf roping, breakaway rope, everything for a chance to qualify to Fort Worth and go eventually, if they do well through the qualifying, they could go to the big performance at the week's end, I think on Saturday night.
Yeah.
And if they win their event there, they could have another opportunity, a chance to win $100,000.
Okay.
So
That's pretty good for
big-
a kid under 18 years old.
No kidding.
They split it like 5 ways last year. And one of our girls from the arena that I worked, which is the pole bending and the goat tying arena, I know that doesn't sound amazing, but still, it's a paycheck and it's Fort Worth and being a part of a huge event like that. Won a share of the 100,000
Yeah.
and turned in the fastest pole bending run of the whole weekend. It was like a 19.8 or something like that.
No.
Something like that.
Okay.
Smoking run. And she was just a 20
Yeah.
the run before. So to get her horse to do that twice was awesome.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Anyway, so back to Vegas. We're out there doing that. Got to hang out, go in a couple days early. Hung out with Brad Narducci and Richard Jones and some of the big PBR guys that were hosting the Virgin Hotel. Went to the rodeo round 2 and saw some familiar faces on the big screen of all places. Yeah.
I'll be darned. Who
Yeah,
was
up
it?
there.
Who did you see?
Yeah.
I think it was you two guys. Pretty sure I saw this guy really flexing that mustache out there in that black sports coat. I can't remember what you were wearing. And then your buddy that was on episode 2.
Yeah, Brad.
Brad?
Yeah.
He was there with y'all. And I look on the big screen. I'm sitting there shoveling popcorn in my mouth, drinking a adult beverage. I'm like, hey, I know them guys.
Yeah, and you sent me a chap snatch right after.
Yeah,
I was like, hey, I think I just seen
Yeah,
y'all
you
up there.
texted me.
Yeah, I
and
literally thought-
Snapchatted him.
At the time I sent that message, I was like, well, that'd be kind of weird if I was, I told him I was here too, So, but no, we tried to link up. Yeah, we tried to link up the rest of the week, but you guys had your schedule going on and whatnot. I was across town. So.
Yeah, we was only there for 2 days too, so we took off and we was ready to get home.
You said for 2 days. I was there for.
Well, see, that's the thing is like if I feel like if you got stuff to do and you got a schedule during Vegas, it wouldn't be that bad. But like every time we go, we try to make good connections. Like we'll go to Cowboy Christmas and talk and stuff. But like we don't.
You got to. Oh, what's the word?
Marketing.
Yeah, well, not just marketing, but put yourself out there. There's
Yeah.
a fancier word for it, but I'll just
Yeah.
go with that. So
Yeah.
network.
Networking.
Yeah. I'm like a lazy Susan. Eventually coming around.
Yeah, it'll come around there.
But yeah, I mean, I think the NFR would be a lot different if we had like, okay, we're scheduled to be have a talk show this time, this day. We're going to be meeting with these guys, shooting content for this person, so.
There's so much going on.
I know.
Oh, yeah.
Something going on every day.
50-mile radius. I mean, around that city.
Yeah.
And see, where I was at was
in
town.
every point there's something to do. Like every hour on the hour every day. Like you could be going to Benny Binion's bucking horse sale, or at the same time they're having the junior Patriot and.
See, I got in on the first. I drove in from Arkansas. For one, I'm scared to fly and I don't want to fly. So one of these days it'll have to happen.
Maybe when we're going to like Bulls, Bands, and Barrels.
Well, see, I rather drive because at least I can control my truck.
Yeah.
If a plane malfunctions or whatever, then I'm screwed. So at least that truck, I know my limits and know what the truck can do. So of course I had it all gassed or dieseled up and ready to go. But anyway, got out there and the first few days I was networking, having a good time with folks. Got to meet a lot of people that I idolized, that I looked up to getting into this announcing gig. And it's kind of nice to bump elbows with them and hang out with them. And of course, from like round 5 till the end of the week, we're across town at Samstown at the Horseman's Park, which is plumb to the other side of town. Like it's the western side of Vegas. And you're out in the middle of nowhere. So I never got a chance to go back to the Strip or Fremont, however you want to call it, and see everybody that was there.
Have you ever been to Freak Street?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, last year we went twice.
Yeah.
I did find out the adult beverages are cheaper at Fremont than they are at the hotels.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yep.
Yeah, there's nothing like walking down Freak Street and then just like feeling something hit the back of your leg and you look around at some girl with like
A whip.
a leather whip and you're like, what the freak? She just did that. Just, I just got violated.
And she's usually not very good looking. So what's a typical day look like for Jacob?
Get up in the morning around 7:30 or 8. I've kind of started to do a workout routine. Feel like I've gotten a little too hefty or fat. You can call it whatever you want.
You're looking good.
Yeah. I started a little workout routine, but then I fire the old diesel up. It's been cold in the last few days. Go feed my weanling calves at the farm, which my grandmother still owns that place, but that's where I got a chance to put my cows and my horses. Then I go to the cowboy church there in Green Forrest, and I feed the roping steers, and then I drive about 20 minutes out of town to the rent place and feed 22 head of mamas. So kind of started with a dream there, too. Rodeo and bull riding is paid for those, not riding bulls, but getting to announce bull ridings. And then now I was telling her, my friend Lakin back there that's joining us here today, that the dream has kind of come true because I always wanted to have a set of cattle where I could have some that I could rope, I can keep a set to rope, and I can keep a set to sell. Or not keep a set, but have a set to sell.
Yeah.
So, and now between the 22 mamas and then I've got 8 of those heifers that are roping right now that I'm pretty sure all bred. I'm going to find out this coming Wednesday. And if they're going to have calves like I think they're going to have calves, then I'll have over 30 head. So
That'll be awesome.
we'll have some to, like I said, the goal would, check mark 1 on the goal system of the cattle. So
Yeah, that's good.
there's
So,
that.
so the first time that me and you actually met was at Springfield.
It was,
last
yes.
year. So, do you remember the slow motion straw to the face video? Did you ever see the actual video?
Yes. I think Dalton Moore shared it to me. My reaction was golden. Not gonna lie. Everybody else, there was some other people that had a better reaction, but I'm just sitting there trying to work on some music and mind my own business, and he hollers and shoots me in the face with a straw, and I think, hey,
In slow motion.
yeah, I'm like, "Ugh," like I really got shot, like played it up. Of course, I did jump. I'm not gonna lie. I wasn't just gonna.
That's the best part about those things is like
Dude, I
it's
know.
just a straw wrapper like coming at you.
My
But you think that it's going to kill you.
my fight or flight was kicked in, and I was flighting.
He was running.
Flighting.
I was getting out of
flighting.
there.
I was flighting off.
I was
Half
getting out of
flight,
there.
half fight.
Yeah. Oh, I would have defended myself, but no, I was in full what the heck just happened mode.
Yeah, well, and that TikTok went viral.
It did.
Yeah, it got like a ton of views.
I had
And
one-
everybody on my comments is like, "Is that Jacob Wallace? Is that Jacob Wallace?"
It's funny because I don't think I'm known very well in this world, but apparently I'm known.
Yeah.
You're known on TikTok.
Well, a
at
lot of
least.
people see it.
I'll
If
take
it, I mean, if it goes viral, like I had one at
Yeah.
SHOT Show, and everyone's like, "Is that you?" I'm like, "Oh yeah."
I had people sending me. I think it was Chicho Nation, which is
Oh, yeah.
got big from Dale Brisby videos and being buddies with him. He was doing one of those comment deals on TikTok, and somebody sent it to me. He's like, "This you?" I was like,
No. He's,
"Yeah, yeah, it's me."
he's a little bigger than me.
Totally looks just like you.
Yeah.
Too.
No. It wasn't.
And he's a
it
little
wasn't a video
darker
of him. It was
skin.
just the voice. So
Oh,
I
okay.
just played it off like, "Yeah, that's me."
Yeah, that's me. Yeah, definitely.
There was a couple other ones. Like people send me stuff like all the time with voices and like, "Is that you?" I had someone text me like, "Hey, if you're sitting in the NFR right now, you're on the big screen." I said, "Well, thanks, but I am clear across town. But I'm glad I have a doppelganger.
Yeah.
Take it."
So, what's your schedule looking like this year for rodeos and different events?
It's going to be busy. Get to go back to the International Finals Rodeo this year. I'll be hosting my third Miss Rodeo USA pageant. Also getting a scribe for my second year for one of the officials. I don't.
So,
they have-
what does that mean?
I'll be in the arena, or I could sit outside the arena, but I'll be writing down all the rough stock scores. So
Okay.
for the score for the horse and for the bull, I'll have the insider trading on.
For him to announce, or just to
No,
keep?
just for the judges, for the
Okay.
officials. Whichever one I'm.
That way that the judges
dealt,
don't
yeah.
have to have a clipboard.
They have that little animatronic deal in their hands that they're all carrying now. That goes back to a computer system or a board, whatever it is, back in the secretary and
Right.
or well, the announcer's stand.
Yeah.
The timer and everything has it, and then they'll do all the scoring, so the announcers will have the numbers.
Yeah.
But I have the hard copy, so I'll have clipboard, paper in hand, and I'll write down. So if a bull goes out there and he's 21 points, I'll write 21 for the bull. The rider makes an 18-point ride, just barely hangs on or whatever. Then I'll write 18. Do the
That's pretty cool.
quick math, which is hard for an Arkansas guy. So, but it was a blast last year, and got offered to come back again this year. Blessed to do it.
So your handwriting was eligible then.
It was legible. Yes, yes. I don't claim to be a writer, but
Scribe.
yeah, it worked. Yes, the fancy term
Yes,
scribe.
Scribe.
But
I'm a scribe for the IFR.
I have the lanyard with my
Oh.
picture on it. It says I am a scribe. IFR
Snap.
scribe.
We're going to have to
so
throw that up
it's
for everybody
official.
to see.
Yeah.
But it's in my truck. I'll go get it if I need to. But the best part about the IFR week is, of course, getting to hang with the rodeo queens. You know, they
Hey,
can
your
be,
ladies behind you.
they can be fun. Yeah. Well, she ain't wielding an axe just yet. We're fine. But no,
she ain't on the.
but no, I feel
The
I feel
18
like
yet?
this like. I feel like the hanging with the rodeo queens is the best part because I mean, yeah, they're beautiful and they're there to win a title, but
They probably get fed better than the Cowboys do.
yeah, I don't have to. They do. They really do. And it's a lot of networking, getting to meet with sponsors and stuff that support them. And I don't have to do all the research on the Cowboys or know the stock. I got to know what girls are what and where they're from and their bios, and they do the rest basically. So it's
So I haven't ever been to like the Queen pageant or whatever. So do you like announce them when they come out like on the runway, or how does that
I'll
work?
announce their name and where they're from and what rodeo they represent, and if they have a bio, depending on what event we're at.
So let's say Cody's he's in this pageant.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get an example.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, we have Cody Stanley representing Miss Rodeo Siloam Springs. He is currently a 25-year-old. That's what I got. I don't know any more to the bio.
You don't know much more.
25-year-old man. I think he's married. I can't remember if he's married, single, or in between. But he's a team roper, fence builder, and an all-around great guy.
Cody Stanley.
From Miss Rodeo Siloam Springs, Cody Stanley.
So is that the proper wave?
Oh no, dude! It's like
I think they've changed. I think they've changed it up. Yeah, I think they've changed it up to like just a regular.
Just a regular
Regular
wave.
wave.
Yeah, because it's like they're robots.
Yeah, dude.
Used to be.
So a lot of people don't know this, but I have a sister. She used to queen and barrel race and run poles when she was younger. Just kind of got out of it. Had some things happen in her life that changed what she used to do.
Mm-hmm.
But when she was in the Queen's contest for the Green Forrest and the Barrel Rodeos, they would come in and they would salute the crowd.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah.
Almost looked like they were shooting. They did it so fast, they'd be like,
Yeah, they were
Like
supposed to do
shooting
it
the
like
crowd.
they're
It's like
supposed
a
to,
drive-by.
yeah, like every stride
Everyone's
of the
like
horse, they supposed to salute.
dodging.
Yeah, to the untrained eye, yeah, people would dodge. It was kind of funny. She made me mad one time because I was actually entered in the rodeo. Like I was called in. Both my runs were in the slack. I got to rope, but my dad was threatening to not let me rope because they needed my horse, my heading horse, so she could do the Queen's pageant. I'm like,
Dude, if you're
this
a
ain't
real
working.
if you're a real team roper, that's just warming your horse up for you.
at the time I was mad. I was like 12 years old, 13 years old. I was mad.
Yeah.
All and behold, I had a backup horse in the lot that I didn't know was a backup head horse until finally, like 5 years later, we said, "Screw it, let's try her." Mm-hmm. She probably could have been an NFR horse because the moment she saw that rope in your hand come to by her ear and her eye, she was ducking left. And I didn't teach her that. Didn't do it. She just knew to get away from the steers. Mm-hmm. So, kind of wish I still had the horse. But.
So you're announcing the pageant, and then you got anything else?
Rest of the summer, I got to go to Ottumwa, Iowa, 1st of February, and that'll be my second time as a music director of the finals for the Bull Riders of America. And then I go do a couple of Bulls, Bands, and Barrels events. I've got a bull riding in Jay, Oklahoma, third weekend in February. And then it looks like I'll be kind of all over the place, back and forth between Ohio and Michigan and Illinois and Iowa and Minnesota and Nebraska, Oklahoma, Texas. Got to go to Texas a couple times. Doing a lot of IPRA rodeos. I've put in for my PRCA card, so I'm hoping to get that back as an announcer and a music director. I think I have more of a chance to fill my card as a music director more than an announcer because there's just so many good announcers out there. There really are.
There's a bunch of them right now.
And honestly, I love announcing, but I love messing with that computer.
Yeah.
Of course, for 14 years, that's all I've ever known was, music's me.
Yeah.
For the first 5 years of my career, I never worked with a clown. So funny, music, announcing was me. Of course,
You had to do it all.
Wasn't very funny, but I did come up with some quirks, some jokes that,
So let's hear one of them jokes.
man, I couldn't tell you right off.
Best dad joke right now.
Oh, I couldn't tell you right off.
I got a pretty good one.
Go ahead.
That you can use at rodeos. But
Mine literally just come to me as a spur of the moment.
Oh, are you ready for this?
Yeah, go ahead. I'm ready.
All right. What is a DJ's favorite dipping sauce?
I have no idea.
Marinara.
I like it. I'll have to call you later after we get done filming all this and recording. But there's a kid that comes to our roping practices, and he told me a couple of good dad jokes, and I told him I wouldn't forget them, and I forgot them.
And you forgot him.
I forgot him. Yes, I forgot
So
him.
if we called him, would he answer?
I don't have his number.
Oh.
Yeah.
So how are you going to figure out what the jokes are?
I'll see him Wednesday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. the next Wednesday after this airs, we'll have roping practice, and I'll just have to talk to him. I have to call one of you two and come up with it. Probably Nace. I'll have to get on Nace. So since he told his, do you have one?
I don't.
You don't have a good one?
You don't have a good one?
No, I'm not a dad yet, so I can't have dad jokes. So Nace, does that mean you're a dad?
No, I'm ready for
Sad
when
part-
the time comes, I'll be ready.
Oh, okay.
That part is I am a dad.
Yeah. And he don't even have no dad jokes.
Don't have any dad jokes. I'm failing. Failing as a parent. I'm sorry. So all you parents out there, come up with some better dad jokes.
They have full on podcasts with dad jokes where if you laugh you lose a point.
Oh, yeah.
We should do some stuff like that on the podcast. That'd be awesome.
So I did hear a good one the other day.
I knew you'd come up with one.
So Dolly Parton's sitting at this dinner table at a restaurant, and this old man walks up to her and starts talking to him and sits down and has dinner. And they're all just, BSing and talking and everything. And the old man gets up and leaves. and she just thought that he went to the bathroom or something. So she finished her dinner, and the guy never showed back up. So she went to go pay the bill, and the waitress said, "Hey, your grandpa left his bill for you." And she said, "Well, that's not my grandpa, but I'll pay the bill." So she pays it, and she walks outside, and she walks down the sidewalk a little ways, and he's sitting there, and she walks up to him and says, "Hey, if you'd have just asked, I would have paid for your bill. You mean you didn't have to just leave, but don't be telling people you're my grandpa, because you're not my grandpa." So the old man picks up his cane and just goes to beating her over the chest, and and she said it hurt really bad. So
This is not funny.
You got to give it time to marinate.
So the deal is she said this joke on Jimmy Kimmel.
Oh, okay.
So Dolly actually said this.
Oh,
That makes sense.
It's straightforward.
Okay.
Everybody watches
So
Jimmy Kimmel.
then you're gonna say, so what happened?
Oh, so what happened?
Well, these two deals popped up on here, and they've never went away.
To miss that story, I think I remember the one that the little boy told me. Why do people write with dull pencils?
Because they don't make no sharpeners no more.
No,
They're hard to find.
it's because people aren't very sharp. That's, if I remember it correctly, that's what he said.
That was horrible.
That's his from a little kid, okay?
That's almost as bad as the Dolly joke.
But it is a dad joke because a lot of people don't like to laugh at dad jokes. So speaking of Dolly, you may not know this. I know Nace don't know this, but you might remember. I actually performed at Dolly's Parton Stampede. It was Dixie then for,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
for 4 years. I was a writer performer in the show. Really good time in my life, and I think that's good time for the show, but it almost cost me my career. Honestly, I had some issues come up that Dolly wanted me to be there working when I needed to go do rodeos.
Yeah.
So anyway, like I said, got out of that.
Did you ever get to meet Dolly while you worked there?
Never got to be there. I think
So she never showed up the whole 4 years.
her picture was on the main doorway coming into the arena or the show arena, but she never showed up. But she was there every night.
So we went there a couple times, and my wife, every time we go, she is like a huge Dolly Parton fan. So every time we go, she crosses her fingers and prays the whole time we're driving to Branson that Dolly will show up.
Yeah.
I think the only time she was ever there, and this is a story that it was told to us during rehearsals one day, the only time she ever was there was when the show opened. I think 93, 94, whenever the show opened.
So she just
She cut the
collected
ribbons,
them
took
She
checks.
cut the ribbon, took
pictures.
some pictures, and she
That's
said,
it.
"Adios."
Yeah.
Adios, just keep giving me them checks.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, now they took the name off of it. Well, no, her name is still on it, but they took the Dixie out of
Yeah.
it.
Took
So
the Dixie.
Yeah. That is a mean, a full half chicken or whatever they give you.
That
That,
is pretty
that
good.
soup with that bread.
Yeah.
If you're ever in Branson, go check out Dolly Parton.
Stampede.
Well,
they're not a
Stampede,
sponsor, but they're a good place to eat.
it is
Just
really
saying.
good. And it's
They
a
are.
good show.
Yeah,
It's a
you
fun
get
show.
you get a show. You get a Cornish hen that's this big,
Yep.
and some really good soup. I don't even know what it is.
Yeah, it's I don't know. It's good though.
But it's good.
It's like cream of potato.
yeah, it's
That's what
like
it is. So
potatoes,
you
yeah.
get that soup, get a biscuit, basically like the Red Lobster biscuit almost. But my favorite was the apple turnovers.
Yeah. them
Oh
are good.
yeah.
I would get
yeah,
done with a
gracious.
show, and then I'd run up between shows, and I'd get a bag full of them. And at the
So
last,
you can do that.
oh yeah,
Oh, when you're a
So he's gonna
performer.
throw 'em
When
away.
you as a
yeah. When I was a
performer.
performer, yeah. If they don't use them for the show, they make a certain amount for the show, and if they don't fill those seats, then they got all
Take
the
'em
extra
home type
food.
of
Oh
deal.
yeah, oh yeah. They might be able to save some of it, like more the chickens than anything.
Yeah.
but I guess turnovers are
Yeah. Probably get
easy
too
to make.
crispy.
Yeah. So yeah, I'd get a bag of them between shows and pass them out, or I'd eat them all. I wanted to. Of course, I dancing and riding the show and running props back and forth. I burned it all off anyway, so
Yep.
wasn't no big deal.
What is your favorite rodeo you've been to, and then what is your dream rodeo to announce?
I think every announcer's dream is, of course, the NFR,
Yeah.
but I would love to get the IFR one day. Baby steps, I guess you can say. But one of my favorite events that I've done, and I've done a lot of them from last year, music directing a sold-out show for Zach Bryan at Bulls, Bands, and Barrels.
That was
Yes.
awesome.
It was great. But my favorite all-time event, I think, is Hillsboro, Missouri, 2021. Coming off COVID, everybody kind of getting back out. We set a Friday record attendance with 5,900 people. And then
In little old Hillsboro.
Then Saturday night was almost 9,000 people.
Wow.
That's crazy. And I think
have
that
the
place
video.
only sits 2,500.
They were packed in. They were in the video that I have from doing a sing along. They're still like on the hillside coming in the back.
So, going back to what rodeos you have this year, you talked to Hunter. What's Hunter's last name?
Price.
Hunter Price with Bulls, Bands, and Barrels. So you got like,
And I think Senator Randy is his dad.
yeah. How many shows of them do you got?
Right now I have 4.
Okay. Well, are you announcing or are you music
Director.
Music
Yes.
director.
I actually, my first one I ever got to announce for them was Jackson, Mississippi in 2021.
Yeah.
Which, that was kind of a late booking. The event booked late. I just happened to be available, but I was coming all the way from Minnesota. So that was a 16-hour drive.
Dang.
And I get there at 1 o'clock that afternoon. Perfect timing, though.
Yeah.
Because show up, eat some food, take a little nap, sound check, production meeting, nailed the event. At least I think we did. So,
Is that one of the coolest things that you've been a part of? Is that Bulls, Bands, and Barrels?
oh yes, yes,
Yeah.
it's a great event. I mean, like I said, Zach Bryan was at Lexington, Kentucky, and he had another one that was completely sold out. It's allowed me to meet like Go Wetzel, Bailey Zimmerman. I'll get to see him in Gonzales, Louisiana this year. Chase Matthew was a big artist that I like here recently. And it's funny to see those guys who maybe really don't have a name
Yeah.
come to those concerts and now look where they're at.
Yeah. Now, like Zach Bryan was on Yellowstone last Sunday.
And Co is blown up.
Yeah. Co is crazy now.
Yep.
Um,
Cade Gilliard.
yeah. Caden Gillard.
However you say his last name, Shooting for the Moon is one of my favorite
Yes,
songs.
man. I listened to that when I was
Caden-
like 5 or
Caden-
15 years old. Like
When he was
jamming.
recorded,
Yeah,
when he
he
had
was-
long hair and he was recording at the
Yeah.
boot store. Yeah.
that was good. And then like when the music video came out and he's just jamming on the buck and shoot.
Pretty sure that was in Billy Bob's, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's got like a remix version of it now. So that is personally on my playlist.
Yeah.
Just,
And he's a super cool dude. Like I sat down there and talked to him for a little bit before Zach Bryan. Well, he opened before the actual rodeo, and then Zach Bryan came on after. But I gave him a hat patch, and he stuck it on his guitar. So if you see any video on Instagram, he's got the cowboy hat. The Everything
Caden's
Rodeo
good stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, he's
If I remember right, he used to ride bulls.
Yeah, he used to ride bulls.
Yeah,
and
he was
then,
pretty good at it too.
Yeah.
I think the reason he quit was he got cancer.
I didn't hear that.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
yeah. I knew that just from following him from years and years ago.
Yeah.
And I think after he had cancer and like fought and won that battle, then he came back and wrote a little bit, but then music kind of took over.
yeah, it took up his music career.
I mean, it's kind of funny how things just kind of take over.
Yeah,
And really set you on a path.
yeah, for sure.
You know, you've asked me what some of my big events, and I've got a chance to do a lot of bull ridings for Double S Bull Company and a lot of other great companies that I work for this year, chasing IPRA rodeos and National Federation of Pro Bull Riders and Bull Riders of America. What do you guys got coming up?
Man, it's gonna be a wild year. I think
Yeah.
with the podcast finally coming out, we're pretty excited about that because we try to do is schedule a podcast every Tuesday night. So we're filming this Tuesday night. We come out every Sunday night. We'll release it that way people can listen to it on the way to work Monday. Plus Sunday's kind of a chill day. People can hop on and watch it on their phone or whatever on YouTube. And then so the podcast we're hoping kind of takes off this year, and then we can kind of use that as some opportunities through the door. But we possibly will be working with the Bulls, Bands, and Barrels guys as well, trying to get some cool media and stuff for them out. So that weekend that you were there and almost got tore up by that bull that Noah saved your life, I had the opportunity to go up there. One of my good buddies, Colt Oder from California, he was supposed to be filming that. He called me. He's like, "Hey man, would you want this opportunity to go do this or whatever? It's just a cool opportunity." I was like, "Heck yeah!" So I hopped on that, drove out there by myself, and busted out an edit for them for their social media. But yeah, I talked to Hunter, and he's like, "Man, we just want to get some cool content and stuff." So we're trying to pick up some of those dates as well with him.
Hunter and his dad, Randy, great people. The whole crew is incredible.
Man, that whole family is just
Yes.
all them guys are just so real, so cool.
And see, one of the things I love about them the most is there's been so many opportunities to get to go down there earlier. Sometimes I'll have events the day before and come in the day of and set up. But getting to go out with the crew like the night before,
Yeah.
and they can be a rowdy, rambunctious group, and they know how to have a good time.
Oh, yeah.
and you enjoy that. But like I said, it's a family.
Yeah,
But the day of the event,
it's business.
Oh, it is.
switch is flipped, and it's
Yeah.
all business.
Yep.
Yeah,
And they put on a great show.
Yeah, I went in the day before and hung out and got to meet everybody, and then we went and had Mexican food. It was like we had we had this whole room that was rented out because we had so many guys there. We was watching the football game and stuff. But yeah, the next day, dude, it's like
I'm pretty sure one of the events is I've got back this year is Dothan, Alabama, and if it is, there's a golf course that we're gonna go.
I'll be loading my club.
We'll have the clubs.
Yeah, and I finally found my love for golf. I'm more of a putt guy. I'm a strong putt guy.
See, I'm terrible at
not much on the long ball.
You got a good short game.
Yes, very good short game, but except for on the big greens, I suck on the big greens. But anyway, I'll go with it. I did volunteer to drive the golf cart. I did say I would do that.
You could be pretty good at that.
I might actually try to hit the ball this time. But yeah, we'll go play golf, and then pretty sure that night we'll go to a seafood restaurant. And if it's the one we went to last year,
dang good.
Oh,
as the kids would say, it's bussin'.
Bussin'.
Yeah.
It's bussin', man. Yeah, so I found my love for golf in Sykeston. Yeah, I found
there is Stockton, Missouri too. It's a lake.
Yeah, I found my love for golf in Sykeston.
Yeah,
we got to go play with like Chuck Swisher and Randy Couture. He's another videographer that's really good.
Seen Randy in Vegas while I was there. I ran into him and JB.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And I'd never played before, so we're going with like professional golfers.
Oh yeah.
We actually Randy teamed up with like a Major League Baseball player, and they was playing, and his little boy that was like 10 years old, like came with us, and he whooped everybody's butt. Yeah. But anyways, so like never played before, so everybody's trying to coach me how to play and stuff, and it was actually pretty good.
He picked it up pretty good.
So the time in Lamar, we went and there's a little like really cool golf course in Lamar. So after that, the night I about died, we went and played golf the next morning.
Great way to unwind, yeah.
Yeah. I literally like lost 30 balls. Like no joke.
Did you just grab like a whole basket of them and just said the heck with it? Okay.
I lost 30 balls. I never made a hole at all. Like I had 30 strokes on one deal and still didn't make it in there. I'm like, yeah, I'm done. Forget this.
Right. So Shad Smith is the owner operator of Double S Bull Company Extreme Bull Riding Tour. Some of the guys I work for in Iowa and Nebraska and the events he puts on. So we had where were we? Nebraska City, which is the big Double S Bull Company's Extreme Bull Riding Tour finals. It's last one before the Bull Riders America finals, all that good stuff. We finally decided to have the first ever and hopefully annual Double S Bull Company's
I seen that on Facebook.
Championship. Me not knowing a thing about hitting a long golf ball, we played best ball.
Mm-hmm.
So we split up in 2-man teams. Why can't I remember my teammate? If we were at a bull right now, I could tell you exactly who he is. Anyway, my teammate was really good at golf, and I was subpar, but I got better as the day went on. We won.
That's why you want it to be annual.
Exactly. Well, I'll probably lose next time. But yeah, it was fun. It was kind of cool experience to win and learn and actually develop a love for golf. I mean, not really a love, but more of a like.
Yeah.
And I said, you know what? If I ever get some more downtime, this might be something I like to do because I love going Top Golf. Mm-hmm. I love going Top Golf, just hitting the crud out of some balls and sending them how far I can send them. But yeah, it was a good time. First ever champion, the first ever and hopefully annual Double S Bull Company's golf championships, and hopefully we can win year 2. But if we do, you'll have to come.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Compete against each other.
Yeah.
They do have a driving course there on the golf course, so
you might regret inviting us.
Yeah,
buy baskets of balls and just see what kind of chaos we can
You
cause.
do realize in our backyard right here underneath the crawl space is like world-renowned golf courses.
I'm good with that.
So, I've never even been on them. I've never been on them, but there is like really good golf courses.
Legit 8
here.
Golf courses in Bella Vista.
Yeah, and I am friends with like a 70-year-old man that was a PGA touring pro, and he won. So I don't know what that means.
His last name is Daly.
I was about to say, is it the guy that's famous around
John
here?
Daly.
No, not John Daly, but
Want to sponsor by Hooters?
Yeah. But yeah, so I might be taking up some lessons just to beat Jacob.
Man, I tell you,
he's traveling, man. We're gonna have to really play some golf this summer.
See, that's another thing is, God Almighty, what kind of traveling are we going to be doing this summer?
Okay.
Hopefully, with the bulls and bends and barrels and dill, we can like carpool together.
I love going south because when I get done with Gonzales, Louisiana, which is an event of bulls, bends, and barrels, I go to Fort Worth and I'll be there for the Patriot qualifiers and the Hooey Jr. Patriot for a week, and then I I can't remember where we're at that next week, but it's another bulls, bands, and barrels. But then I go to Senatobia, Mississippi. I start in Holly Springs on the third weekend of February, or March. And we have a bull for charity, two-day deal of that.
Yeah.
And then the next day is bugs and bulls for buckwild bucking stock. My buddy Justin Dickerson and Jeremy Boatwright. And that event last year was amazing. I didn't get to be part of it, but I saw the videos and was told about it. But getting to get a chance to go this year is going to be more fun, I think.
Yeah,
So,
for sure.
Not that I'm there, but just to be a part of it this year versus, getting to watch it on TV or TikTok or YouTube or whatever. So,
Yeah.
But, so, I mean, like I said, going from Louisiana to Texas to Mississippi to Alabama,
Yeah.
old Diesel's going to get wound up. She needs some new kicks, I can tell you that much. I kind of wish when I was attempting to ride bulls and first started announcing, I had a Prius. Kind of wish they
Dude,
made.
I
I wish they made
think,
that
like-
truck. You should remember that.
Yeah, I do remember that because like the first time I heard you announce was at a high school rodeo in Humansville, Missouri.
Gainesville.
Gainesville, Missouri.
That's where we first
Yeah.
met. It was at a high school rodeo. You were competing there.
Well, I knew you before then from
Probably the
them
Ropens,
them Ropens in Berryville, but you had your like Prius or Camry, Toyota Camry or something.
It was a Prius.
And he had
Powder blue, not gonna lie.
he had like, so he was just starting. I'm gonna dog on Jacob
Go
a little
ahead.
bit. So he was just starting. So he had like these huge like speakers, like the old school.
They were Yamaha,
like
and
he
they
bought
were
them at a
they
pawn
were
shop.
Well, they weren't a built pawn shop, but they were wooden boxes.
Yes, they was heavy.
Yeah, they were 75 pounds.
Yeah, I've had to help him like take him and put them up and tear them down, and they're like
Cody's crawled on a mini announcer stands for me. Yeah,
yeah, they was freaking heavy. So he has this little Toyota Prius or whatever he was driving, and he could barely fit in it because he had so many speakers.
gotta do what you gotta do.
Now he's got some freaking top of the line.
But then
stuff,
again,
and the speaker's like half the size and only weighs 2 pounds.
I mean, 50 miles to the gallon. I mean,
You can't
Beat
it.
that.
saving money. If I could do that in my diesel, I'd be just happy.
Yeah, I wish we would have had a freaking car to take to Vegas.
That's why I wish they made a Prius truck.
Yeah, that would be cool.
I would not be ashamed to drive one.
Prius, listen here, we
Yeah.
need a truck.
Yeah.
The Cowboys need a hybrid.
Do you think Elon Musk could do something like that?
Have you
Cybertruck's
seen
coming
like
out, baby.
semi?
Maybe not a Cybertruck, but more a fuel efficient truck.
Yeah, I don't like his truck design.
I've never seen it, so I wouldn't know.
It's terrible.
It's pretty crazy looking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I don't watch the news. I try not to. There's enough going on in the world that's depressing. I don't want to sit there and watch TV and make me even
I don't
more
watch
I'm
the
with
news
you.
at all.
And actually, that's been some of the best rodeo jokes that I've heard recently. Got a clown buddy of mine that he comes up with a good Biden joke. Seems like every single time. Can we tell one on here?
Yeah, we can tell one.
If you got a good one, let's hear it.
I don't know if it's good or not, but it kind of every single time when a bull won't leave the arena or whatever, he'll chime in and say, "Hey, that bull, he either do it to Biden or Hillary. Just depends on how he feels." But hey guys, I just noticed something. Of course, I'll chime back to him. That bull's about as lost as Joe Biden in his own press conferences.
That is for sure.
Yeah.
So
Usually I fire back to him. I said, "No, he's just lost his Hillary's emails."
so I got another dad joke for you.
All right, let's hear it.
So, do you know why they raided Trump's house in Mar-a-Lago,
I have no idea.
or however you say that?
So they're
So,
probably paid to do it. I don't know.
yeah. So they went and tried to find the blueprints on how to make America great again.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
I came up with that on my own.
That's a good one.
Did you
Hey,
really?
Yeah, I seriously did. I think I was.
Snap,
The
you're going to
first one
start
ever
seeing
do
memes
that.
on the internet now.
Yeah. For all the people that want to get a hold of Jacob or want to like follow you down the rodeo trail, where do they get a hold of you or watch you?
I'm on TikTok. I'm on Facebook. I do have an Instagram, but I don't post to it as much as a lot of people do. I just never thought it was something I wanted to post to it. I'm not a picture person. If you want to be flat out honest, I'll take a picture of where I'm at, but I don't like taking pictures of myself a lot.
Not a selfie guy.
Not a big selfie guy. I
Only
will.
whenever you're looking cute for chap
That's
snatch.
like never. So
I saw one the other day. Feeding cows.
oh, when I was riding the tractor in the snow. But you notice that scarf was over my face.
I did notice that.
Yeah, had the brand on it, so I had to represent the brand.
You bet.
But no, I'm on. I do have Snapchat, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. Honestly, the only reason I ever keep any social media around anymore is to keep up with my rodeo friends and see how they're doing. So if I see them at an event, just extra fuel to the fire to make them sound as good as they are.
Yep.
Yeah. Cool. So if someone's hearing, like listening, and they want to reach out to you about coming in and announcing, how can they get a hold of you? Get an email address or something?
just message me on Facebook, or I'll be glad to give my number out to anybody.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm just a nobody trying to be a somebody, and all the people that I looked up to, I'd be glad to get them in touch with them as well. So,
Well, we heard this deal. It's called like Fake It Till You Make It.
Yeah.
And we built this studio and we bought these mics and now we're just faking it and we're going to make it.
But look how official it looks.
Yeah. It looks pretty cool.
That's great. See, I didn't even know what I was supposed to wear here. I was like, well, okay, do I dress official or?
Are you glad that you wore the old vest in the crawl space? Because
Yeah.
it's a little chilly
It's
down
really
here.
chilly in here.
Then I see all in jackets, and I'm just like,
Yeah. In the summertime, we're being tank tops.
Yeah. in one of the episodes, actually on the Bossman commercial last week, I was
Using the
in a
cutoff.
like cut off and shorts because it was freaking hot down here.
Yeah.
Like it was literally like 112
It
that
gets
day.
stinking hot down
But
here.
don't worry.
when it's cold, it's cold. When it's hot, it's hot.
Yeah,
That's
don't
right.
worry. When you come back on, we're gonna like
It'll be insulated. We'll have a
insulated,
unit in here.
have a little unit in here.
Yeah, that'd be
cool it
great.
off.
It'll be cool.
It's been fun for darn sure. You guys got a good thing going here, and I hope and pray it continues to get bigger.
Yeah,
Thanks, sir.
I mean, it's already better.
yeah.
It's better than a lot of podcasts that I've heard. I mean, I do appreciate you having me on for darn
Yeah,
sure.
we're glad-
Appreciate you coming, man. Hope you had a.
So make sure you guys like, subscribe, and follow us. It always helps.
Yeah.
Subscribe.
Make sure you subscribe.
Subscribe.
Yeah.
So we have this deal that we like to do. We like to close out with a song. So what is your favorite song that comes to your head right now?
First song that comes to your head. Could be anything.
Animals by Nickelback. Honestly,
Gosh, here
that's
we go.
like when I pull into a rodeo, I flip that song on. That's my favorite one.
Roll.
Oh, I better turn it up. Let's get it started. You got to sing it though. You get to sing it too. Let's turn this.
I could
mic-
probably sing it. This was like one of my rev up songs before we took the football field or basketball court. So
About to
You're
run
pulling
out
into
on
your
the
inning.
field.
yeah, this one's my jam right here.
All right, here comes the chorus. Here he comes. You're getting red.
Why are you so nervous? You've been talking all night.
Come on. Just got my license back. I'm in this thing. Here's the lyrics.
I don't know the lyrics.
But lie that the devil needs a ride because the angel in my right ain't hanging out with me tonight.
This is why I was never very good at karaoke.
Appreciate y'all checking in, sticking around.
And listening to another episode of Everything Rodeo.
We'll see y'all on the next one.
Pow, old son. Make sure you like and subscribe to Everything Rodeo, because you don't want to miss everything that is rodeo. Welcome to another episode of Everything Rodeo Podcast, where we will take you on an adventure through someone's life of a rodeo or something that we have seen on the trail. So pull your hat down tight and get a deep seat, because it's time for Everything Rodeo with your hosts, Cody Stanley and Nance Renfrey.
What the freak did you just say?
I just called him Nance, didn't I?
Yeah.
And Nance Renfrey.
Oh, that's awesome.
Your host, Cody Stanley and Nance Renfrey. Beat the customer. Son of a biscuit.
Missed it. All right, so we have a pro rodeo announcer with us, and why don't you give the audience a little taste of your authentic voice?
Authentic voice?
Yeah, so let's say like
This is authentic, but if you want me to change it, I can.
Let's
let's
hear
hear-
your rodeo announcer voice.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the podcast of Everything Rodeo.
sold.
You don't want to miss it. These guys are more clever than the smartest person in the world. I don't know. That's all I got. I don't know who the smartest person in the world. Einstein's dead, so
Yeah,
it is what it
I
is.
don't know.
Yeah.
Would have been as clever as Einstein if he was still here.
But he's dead.